Right then, new characters, free pools, and huge changes to Zenless Zone Zero. Let's see what it's saying.
What's going on, guys? Hexadays here. The
What's
Zenless
going on,
Zone
bro?
Zero pre-release live stream happened today, and I wanted to make a quick video going over the most important information presented by the dev team.
Okay.
On top of this, we got an info dump on the official Twitter and extra gameplay footage from IGN to cover.
Okay, that's cool. I think, like I was just saying, I think we're getting a crap ton of free pools on launch. Something like 100 or something. They've given out a bunch of codes already, I think, haven't they? Which you've kind of got to hold on to now till launch day, which is a little bit of an odd thing to do. Don't know why they don't just drop them all the day the game comes out, maybe, I guess. I suppose it's to get people interested in this pre-launch content now, I guess, isn't it really? Offer up free stuff, people are going to tune in, even if you can't redeem it yet. All right, let's get into it.
Live stream was in Chinese with subtitles only, so it was easy to miss some information if you weren't paying close attention. The devs actually introduced a pretty significant number of changes since CBT3, which really only ended about a month ago. This was both surprising and super exciting to me, and I'm quite optimistic for the future of this game. I want to keep this video concise.
I must admit, I do think this is going to be a game I'm going to play quite a lot of, because I think it's going to be a bit more of a pick up and play and come back to it and drop off and come back to it kind of gacha game. Obviously, I suppose if you want to get everything, especially as a free-to-play player, you're probably going to have to play it regularly. But hopefully, it is designed in that respect, so it respects your time a little bit. Because I think Hoyo are creating that many gacha games now. They need to kind of do that, and there's only so many hours and so much money to be able to put into these games. So I guess we'll see, but I think it's because it's got like a sort of roguelike system to it, hasn't it? With some of the events, I think. And just the way the game's designed, it feels like it'll be a little bit better for jump in, jump out kind of play sessions. All right.
So let's get right into the information.
Character animations are awesome.
First off, if you aren't aware, Zenless Zone Zero is releasing on July 4th at 10 a.m. UTC
Thursday,
plus
yeah.
8, which for those of you in the US will be on July 3rd at 10 p.m. EST. To start off the live stream, the devs showed off.
Oh, so that will be. Oh. Okay, then. So we'll be able to play it on Thursday over here as well. Yeah. No, 10 p. Did he say 10 p.m.? Did he say 10 p.m.?
EST.
Oh, let's just go back a second.
July 3rd at 10 p.m. EST.
Okay, no. So that'll be 3 a.m. GMT, won't it? So yeah. So it'll be Thursday for us.
To start off the live stream, the devs showed off the opening theme, which is an absolute banger. In my opinion, ZZZ has the best music of any previous Hoyoverse.
We're gonna have to check out some of these because I've heard other people saying that it's got the best music, which for me is massive because Genshin and Honkai Star Rail have amazing music, absolutely top tier in my opinion.
Titles. As a musician, music is something I value a lot, and ZZZ certainly delivers. Next, we heard about the major plotline of the story from the team's narrative designer. In short, the game takes place in a post-apocalyptic world that people of New Eridu spend most of their time in the city where they're safe. However, as one of the ZZZ agents, you will be exploring what are known as hollows and contain ethereals or monsters. This forms your basis for combat missions in the game, especially the premier roguelike game mode Hollow Zero. I don't want to spoil the story any more than that, and you'll learn more after booting up the game next week. Next, we're introduced to all of the currently known characters in the game, as well as quite a few that we're seeing for the very first time. To start things off from the Hollow Special
Definitely feels like it's going to be one for the furries.
Operations Section 6 faction, we saw a teaser for 2 new characters, including a pink-haired lady, which seems to be wielding some type of longsword, and a ninja-looking dude that looks like he's wielding both daggers and a bow. The design of both of these characters is top tier in my opinion, and I can't wait to see what the devs keep cooking. Next, from the new Eridu Public Security faction, we got to see 3 new characters, including a smaller female character with twin tails who looks to be wielding some sort of baton, what I can only assume is an older female character with pretty awesome drip, who looks like she's wielding a throwing knife, and a white-haired fox boy holding a shield and another type of baton. Again, all these characters look amazing in my opinion. Finally, we get to see gameplay footage for Lucy and Piper, who are both part of the drip.
What's up, Neil? Dude, the variation in the characters in this game's awesome, and I love the sort of like pop punk kind of aesthetic to this game.
Marketing that occurred on Twitter earlier this week. Piper is a physical agent with the anomaly specialty, and aside from Grace, she'll be the only other anomaly unit at launch. She's wielding a type of chainsaw.
My only worry about the game, I haven't watched much of the runs because I've tried to, because it's a game that I do want to spend some time with. I don't want to spoil myself. That's why, like I was talking about before, when betas come out for games that I'm really interested in, I'll give them a little test and then I'll jump out because I don't want to spoil myself, especially when there's narrative aspects to a game. Like if it's something like a shooter, usually I'll put a bit more hours into it just to get used to it and decide if it's something that I want to get into. When it's a free to play game as well, that element's not needed so much to, because you're not worrying about the cost. But I will say, what I have sort of the combat, I don't know if it's just super low level stuff, the enemies don't seem to do much. They kind of just seem to stand there and be damage sponges. They don't seem to be very aggressive, but like I say, this could be super early combat that I'm being shown, and I haven't watched much of it either, so there is that.
Weapon and looks like she does a lot of spin to win type attacks. With her specialty, I think she's going to work well alongside Nekomata in a physical team, as Nekomata's additional ability gives her a damage bonus when characters in her party inflict assault. Finally, we've got Lucy, who's a fire agent with a support specialty, which the devs describe as sort of a team buffing character. It looks like she's able to send her little boar companions out to attack enemies, while also having some close-up melee aspects to her kit, and overall she does look very fun to play. We're told that both of these characters are being introduced as playable characters in 1.0, so I think it's pretty safe to assume that both will be 4 stars, as we also got official confirmation that Ellen and Zhu Yan will be the 2 featured 5-star characters in 1.0, just like they were in CBT3, with Ellen coming first and Zhu Yan coming second. Unfortunately, if you were hyped up by any of the new character design leaks, you'll have to wait until later patches to be able to obtain these characters for yourself. While on the topic of new characters, we also got some updates to the Bangbu Gacha banner. If you weren't aware, the Gacha currency for the Bangbu summons is only earnable in-game and cannot be purchased. The devs have added in a selector to be able to guarantee a targeted S-rank Bangbu when summoning on this banner. They've also increased the amount of summoning currency received in various events and game modes based on player feedback, which all sounds great in my opinion. All right, now we can get into the really exciting changes to the game, and I think the thing
I just love the whole like say, what is this called? Is it pop punk? What is it? But I don't know what it is, but I love it. I love this colorful modern aesthetic that the game's got. I don't know how to describe it. Is it pop punk? Is that what it's called? I don't know. I love it though.
Things that surprised a lot of us that have been following the game for some time now. First, the devs have increased the size of the city where you'll be performing some of your dailies, completing some story content, doing exploration, and generally spending time outside of combat instances. We're told that the city will be roughly twice the size of the beta on release, and we actually got some additional video footage of that released by IGN this morning. It looks like they're aiming to incorporate additional slice of life type content in the future and are adding a lot of casual features in 1.0. Can we take a minute to just appreciate how insane the NPC designs are in this game? The art team has gone all out and I'm here for it. New story content's being released next week, including the main story chapter 2 with the Victoria housekeeping co-faction and a chapter 2 story interlude with the public security faction. They've enhanced a trust system which was present in prior closed beta tests. In these tests, agents would contact you with the messaging app and allow for you to partake in story-based commissions. The devs have added on to this feature by allowing you to send messages directly to agents of your choosing to trigger story-based encounters and to build reputation or trust.
So there's different subsections of the hub world then. Okay.
Which provides
additional. Did you look at the NPCs in the background, how well designed they are? They look great, don't they?
Rewards. These appear to be limited to 3 times per day. In addition to rewards, earning trust with agents will also now provide buffs in the Hollow Zero endgame mode and unlock new story encounters in this mode that were not previously available. I think this is a really good addition, tying multiple systems together and encouraging players to explore all of the content the game has to offer. We also
hopefully the endgame's a little bit more fleshed out. It's definitely better in Honkai. But that's where Genshin really lacks, doesn't it? And it seems like Wuthering Waves is doing a better job of it as well at the moment. Of course, I want to see more from that as well. You always want to see more endgame in these sort of games anyway, because that's what we all know what it's all about. It's about collecting waifus. But to keep you going, that end game has to be there, doesn't it? So hopefully it's a lot more meaty than the previous incarnations.
Also got to see a preview of new exploration content and accompanying rewards. They've introduced Mew Mew, a cute NPC to help you track exploration progress as you find various items in the world. One of the coolest additions, in my opinion, was the introduction of an overworld map for the Hollow Zero gameplay mode and the options this can provide moving forward. We didn't get a complete preview of what this will mean, but the devs did note that additional story content will be exclusive to this map and that they're focusing on making Hollow Zero highly replayable and a major source of in-game content. Hollow Zero already has one-time rewards as well as missions that reset on a weekly basis, so this is likely a system to expand in the future. While on the topic of combat, the developers mentioned that the main experience in ZZZ is its combat and that they plan to continue to add more endgame content moving forward.
As somebody who hasn't played, I hope it does bang, because after playing Wuthering Waves now, I haven't gone back to Genshin since, but I just feel like the combat will just feel like it is totally lacking now because it is so freaking tight and well done in Wuthering Waves. Like I've said this multiple times, not just in the gacha world, it is legit good combat in my opinion. So I do hope they smash the combat because it definitely needs to be done well, because with the way this game's set up, you're going on these instance runs, there's not this open world exploration aspect that can kind of make up for maybe just a little bit lacking combat, so it really needs to hit, doesn't it?
So while ZZZ seems to be a game that doesn't take up a ton of time to do dailies, the game will cater.
Good to hear. One thing, I hate the dailies in Genshin, absolute chore.
Possibly to a less casual audience than, say, Genshin Impact. I'm personally excited to hear this, as I do agree that combat is what ZZZ does best.
End of the day, though, sorry for pausing it again. Gacha games are always going to be kind of casual. They're casual games. You know what I mean? They just are. I know that people love to be min-maxers in gacha games, but gacha games are casual games, really. They just are. And I agree with that, though, that the combat's good and it's got a skill gap to it. You know, it'll add that layer of, I don't want to say hardcore, but you understand what I'm saying.
ZZZ does best, and they're showing the game has an identity from the launch. Along with this, the developers are listening to feedback, especially surrounding the TV system, and noted that they're looking for ways to further reduce the burden or replace the system altogether with map-based exploration instead. Finally, we heard about all the rewards we'll be getting during 1.0 from events.
Play the game to obtain up to 100 free pulls. Complete the relevant events to obtain rewards such as A-rank agents, A-rank W engines, etc. Okay, so this is basically just playing. So, okay, I was thinking this was going to be something that you get on launch from the codes and stuff. But like I say, I didn't watch the stream.
Okay, so pre-registrations and daily logins. In short, you can expect to receive 100 free pulls and 80 boopons, which are Bangbu summon tickets. The 100 free pulls look to be made up of 30 pulls, which will get directly through the mail, and 70 that will be earned through daily logins, and 70
called. We got Polychrome, Encrypted Master Tapes, Boopons, and Agent Corin. Right, okay. I don't know what any of these do, I'll be honest. I'm guessing this is like Stellar Jades, Asteroid, etc.
Of 30 pulls, which will get directly through the mail,
so
and 70 that will be earned through daily logins and in-game events. Overall, the launch rewards seem pretty decent and on par with what I'd expect from a Hoyoverse title. I wanted to keep this video as short as possible, so that is all I have for you guys today. If you found this video helpful and informative, consider leaving a like and subscribing to the channel. I'm hyped for Zenless Zone Zero, and I'm planning to release at least
small subscriber base there. Hexadays, a little breakdown of the Hoyoverse stream for Zenless Zone Zero, which that was good for me to check that out because I didn't watch the stream. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to Zenless. Really looking forward to it. Can't wait to get my teeth into it.